While Bitcoin yesterday pumped, it exactly right now is retesting this downward sloping resist line, and whenever we are breaking this, we are going to be having an absolutely massive pump on Bitcoin. So in today's update video, I'm going to be exactly discuss the most important resistance levels, the most important charts that are telling us something about what is about to be playing out next year. So on today's update video, I will be discussing this here. I'm going to be going in depth about the spot Bitcoin ETF, the most important information about what currently is playing out here and how we could be predicting Bitcoin is going to be playing out next year. I'm going to be talking about the top cycle and many more important stuff on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, whenever Bitcoin yesterday broke above this very important red box of resistance, we just straight away saw a major move towards the upside, exactly like I predicted on yesterday's video. I stated that, yeah, whenever we're going to be breaking above this red box here, we're probably going to be seeing a big surge, and that is exactly what happened. And right now, ever since we've broken above that level, we are right now seeing exactly this retest of the downward sloping trend line here on Bitcoin. So ultimately, Bitcoin is looking very strong right now here, but we are still creating a lower high structure. So Bitcoin is creating a lower high after lower high, and ultimately, if we do break above this level, I do think we're going to be seeing a bigger continuation, because then not only we're breaking the downtrend, but we're also breaking outside of the symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin. So if we're going to be breaking this level, there are still some important levels to be paying attention towards, because this level, like you can see on the left side, is clearly a major level of resistance from the past. Here it got us also rejected. So if Bitcoin breaks the downtrend, I think we're likely going to go up towards 102, potentially 103,000 US dollars. And as soon as we do hit that level, we're most likely going to be seeing some resistance. But if we break above that 103k level, I do believe we are going to be heading towards new all-time highs if we see the confirmed breakout of that level as well here. Then on the symmetrical triangle, a symmetrical triangle is a typical continuation pattern, and since we're right now trading in an upward sloping trend here, it is likely it's going to be also continuing towards the upside. The price target of this pattern is actually quite insane, if you would ask me here, because the price target of this exact pattern right now here is going to be bringing us up all the way up towards 150, towards 160,000 US dollars, which, if you ask me, is quite an insane target for such a breakout. So Bitcoin is really getting ready for that next major move here. And I mean, we discussed the major trap we created many times before as well here. We are doing exactly the same like January 2024. And basically what we saw is a break below the support box, a fake out for all the traders, a big liquidation on Bitcoin long positions, and now we're just heading higher. And this has historically played out multiple times if we're just going to be looking back at January 2021, January of 2017, and now in January of 2025. And what these years have in common is that all these years are year after the Bitcoin halving. So I am extremely excited for what is about to be playing next year. We're creating this somewhat kind of a falling wedge pattern right now on Bitcoin, and we see that basically such consolidation phases, which we're right now seeing, is just something which happens very often on that Bitcoin price action, and I won't be surprised to see that uptick on price happening fairly soon on Bitcoin as well here. So I'm extremely excited, of course, for what is about to be happening next year. You could approach Bitcoin either as a symmetrical triangle, a falling wedge pattern, or even as a descending triangle right now here. So it really depends what levels we're going to be breaking on the trends here. If we do break above this downward sloping resist line, I do think we're ultimately going to be pushing higher, but that is of course really going to be matter whenever we're going to be doing so and how it's going to be looking like. So Bitcoin also breaking above this most important horizontal box of resistance. And before going even deeper in towards the video, guys, I quickly want to be discussing something that you guys probably need to know about. I mean, like, you know, I've talked about BETH multiple times before on my channel. I call BETH around $18 million in market cap. And right now, BETH has got a new sister. And his sister-in-law is going to be BETH. BETH is a very interesting one. It's listed on Solana. So, of course, BETH is listed on Coinbase. And BETH is, of course, on Solana. It, first of all, went actually quite exponential here towards the upside. It went up towards about, what is it, like 1.5 cents here. And of course, I want everyone to do your own research on it, because some crypto, they make you millions. Some other cryptos, they will probably lose your money. So make sure to do your own research on it. And I do believe that, like, in the new cycles, the new performer, the new shiny objects that tend to perform very strong in the bear market are going to be doing extremely good in the bull market. And that is why I am quite excited about BETH here. And really why it got my attention is that even people are right now putting tattoos of BETH on their cells because they're so bullish on it. And this coin got only $1 million in market cap. So some people are very, very convinced this is going to be absolutely exploding further. So I'm quite excited what it is going to be doing next year. It actually is quite down bad from its highs here. It's a pump fund coin here, so it's a fair launch coin. So that is of course quite interesting. I really do think it could be doing very well here. And also some other big accounts with notable experience in the meme coin sector are following them. So that is of course why I'm quite excited on that. So definitely I will leave a link in the description of today's video if you want to be checking it out here. Always make sure to do your own research on these projects. But anyways, let me continue further in the video. If I'm looking at Bitcoin further on, I do really think the Bitcoin market is ultimately looking very strong right now here. I mean, on the weekly time frame, we create a massive hammer candle. Things are just looking extremely strong right now here. We're seeing this major consolidation phase, of course, after the breakout, flipping into a small consolidation phase. And really, I think breakout of this consolidation phase is going to be taking place here whenever we break outside of the symmetrical triangle, or of course, whatever you want to be calling it, since there are different approaches towards this exact pattern, which we are creating right now here. And honestly, yeah, if we're just looking at the timing and where we're currently standing in this phase of the cycle, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that Bitcoin is currently topped out here. Then quickly looking at the spot Ethereum ETF, we saw over $60 million worth of inflows coming in here. And then looking at the Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETF inflows, they bought a massive amount of Bitcoin with totaling, of course, the total inflows about $755 million. BlackRock really not buying all too much here yesterday. But yeah, really great inflows we saw on the charts, which ultimately makes myself feel extremely bullish, of course. Then, of course, like I stated earlier in the video, January 2024 is looking very similar towards 2025. We're seeing that manipulation and now a move back towards the upside. And yeah, really also... And really what we're seeing right now on Bitcoin is something very similar like we had with the MACD back in January 2024 as well here. Ultimately, Bitcoin is just in a major parabolic structure and is just currently heading higher, which is ultimately getting myself very excited for Bitcoin whenever this consolidation phase ends. And if we're going to compare Bitcoin towards the gold price, it just looks very similar towards each other. And honestly, gold had that major rally higher, and now also for Bitcoin is likely going to be happening. We're just seeing a major rounding bottom structure, and then of course some consolidation around that cup or cup and handle pattern, whatever you want to be calling it. And now we're starting to see the breakout, and honestly, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that Bitcoin is going to be topping out right now here. And then of course the year after, so 2017, 2021 towards each other with 2025 right now, the biggest gains always come in the year after the Bitcoin halving. So really, I am very excited for that here. And guys, if you right now want to be trading Bitcoin or any other altcoins, the way to do it is of course on Blofin, and right now you can claim an insane $100,000 deposit bonus if you sign up an account using that link below. But I do want to clarify, guys, make sure to first check it out if it's available in your region. If it is, you can definitely check it out in today's update video. Guys, if you right now sign up an account using that link below, you get an insane $100,000 deposit bonus. So to check it out in the link description of today's video, they're allowing you to trade Bitcoin and many other altcoins. So if you're interested in trading, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Then quickly talking about the top, like I stated earlier, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that the market is topping out right now here. First of all, we can see that the overvalued indicator, the NAPL, is clearly right now not in overvalued territory. And whenever we are in overvalued territory, I will be the first one to notify all you guys out there. So this is a very important indicator I'm taking very seriously, but currently it is clearly not flashing an overbought indication. So extremely excited for that here. Also, if I'm going to be looking at the chart, the Pi cycle top indicator, guys, we're not even close by having that new top here. The Bitcoin halving cycle profit indicator also not currently showing us signs that we are right now should be worrying. But of course, whenever these signals are going to be providing that we, of course, potentially should be getting out of the market, I will be directly let you know on these videos. And also, if we're just purely looking at the timing, just like I said earlier, It makes no sense here because Bitcoin never tops out like 250 days after the halving. It is like the earliest 365 days. So I honestly do still think we have got some time left here for the market. And also for altcoins, Q1 is historically the best there. So I'm very much excited for how that is going to be playing out here. Because really what it looks like is that altcoins are probably going to get extremely wealthier in the upcoming periods in the market. So extremely excited for that here. Looking forward towards that as well. Ethereum also breaking out of the symmetrical triangle, really heading higher right now here. And ultimately, like I stated many times before, Q1 is the period where Ethereum tends to be performing the best after a halving year. So really excited for what is it's going to be doing next year. So yeah, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to snap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.